Hello friends, welcome to my channel, My TSPSC Preparation. I am very happy that my videos are helpful to you in some way or the other format. With today I am going to complete your history in Telangana, ancient kingdom, that is before Shatavahanas. Right? So today is the last part of the Telangana history in between the centuries 6 to 4 BC. With this video I am going to end this part, and from tomorrow I am going to continue the Shatavahanas part. If I am getting a minimum of 50 likes on this video, I'll be giving you a question and answer section to this, so that you need to answer both in fill in the blanks and also in the objective format. This you can even avail in PDF format if needed. You need to comment me and tell me in you actually need those questions and bits. Trust me, you'll be able to answer all the questions, all the fill in blanks, all the bits without a doubt, 100 on 100% if you have gone through my videos carefully. If you are missing any of the videos, then you would not be able to answer. So before taking the quiz or before taking the bit section, please go through the videos and only then attempt to the questionnaire. Right. So yesterday we have seen the political climate of Telangana region after the fall of Mauryan Empire. Today we are going to know about the studies being conducted to understand the history between the Krishna and Tungabhadra rivers, what all the kingdoms existed and which all dynasties they have ruled, and so information. And tomorrow we are going to start with the Shatavahanas area. Please do like the page or the channel if you find the information helpful to you, and do share it with your friends. Guys, you are not sharing with your friends. If you find it good information, please do share amongst your friends so that it is useful to them also. With this, let's get started. Let's have a quick recap what we learned yesterday, what we have seen yesterday, that is the studies between the Krishna and Tungabhadra rivers. So the first dynasty we have seen was the Maharathi dynasty. Here we found the coins at Nelakondapalli in Khammam district and the regions of Karnataka. Here we have found the coins, and the coins revealed the name of the dynasty called Maharathi. At the same time, Ashoka's inscription also we have seen that Maharathis were termed as Rathikas. Inscription meaning it can be engraved in a monument or it can be written in a book. You don't need to necessarily be on a stone or any such place, but it can be on a book also, and it can be on the monuments, any written part on the book or the monuments. So this is the Maharathi dynasty. Coming to the Hastina dynasty, we have seen the name of the kings: Maharathi Mahahastin, Maharathi Shiva Mahahastin, and Maharathi Khadgapadi Hastin. These are the names of the kings which has been found on the coins, and few say that they are naming this dynasty as the Maharathi dynasty. Let me pin you there. You see Hastin, right, over at the end, Hastin, Hastin, Hastin. So that is why people also say that it is definitely a Hastin dynasty, and few contradict, saying that here we have Maharathi, Maharathi, Maharathi. So this is contradict to be Maharathi dynasty. So there is a clash between these two dynasties. Talwara dynasty, the coins for these are found in the Warangal district in Palakonda region, wherein the coins name were written as Mahatalwara Sivakanda. And in Fanigiri, it was found as Santamula Talwara. And few other coins were found in which it was written as Mahatalwari Shivasenaka. And few other coins had the pictures of horse and bull. So let me show you the map structure where these areas are. To my right you are seeing Fanigiri area. This is Fanigiri area which is present in Suryapet. Here we have found Santamula Talwara. So this is the name of the king. You can also remember it as the Talwara dynasty. Talwara dynasty we have found, and Mahatalwara Sivakanda, it was found in Palakonda of Warangal district. With these coins found, it has been proved that they have been ruling coastal Andhra region, Andhra Desa and Rayalaseema and South Telangana. They were ruling all this independently. After the Mauryan dynasty has come down, meaning that after the fall of the Mauryan Empire, Mahamegha he was a Kalinga king and he was one of the strongest kings. So he was a Kalinga. When I am talking Kalinga, Kalinga is completely Orissa, covering completely Orissa and also northern part of Andhra. So that area, Mahamegha declared independence and he waged war and occupied coastal Andhra, and that's how he expanded his empire. When he was expanding his empire, he met with Sada dynasty, and then that's how they expanded and started to rule the regions together. Moving forward, yes, I wanted to show you what all the regions that have been ruled. Like when I am talking about Telangana, you need to know every part of Telangana who has been ruled. Initially we have seen it was few other dynasties like Asmaka and Mulaka kingdom were there, and few other kingdoms which we talked about, Andhra Rattam kingdom and so on, like that. After they moved with the decline of Mauryan Empire, who all ruled, right? So first, talking of Megavahanas, we have seen that Megavahanas, they have been occupied complete Kalinga region. This is the Kalinga region. Here we'll be having Orissa and sorry, this would be Chhattisgarh, and forward it will be Orissa and then little part of North AP. They have expanded their empire, so the coastal region they have been covering and also the South Andhra region they have been ruling together along with the Sada dynasty. Maharathi dynasty. We already talked about Maharathi dynasty. So where all they have ruled first is Khamma, then Nalgonda, then Mehboob. So these three are the places ruled by Maharathi dynasty. Sada dynasty we have seen the southern part of AP they have been ruling, Sada dynasty. And also Maharathi dynasty they have been ruling a part of AP which is Kannur. Talking of Shatavahanas. Shatavahanas existed at that time also. The founder of Shatavahanas is known as Simukha. Right? So Simukha, he was ruling the northern part of India. And eventually Adilabad and Nizamabad was also under the control of Shatavahanas, but this was until Gautamiputra Shatakarni only. So Simukha was ruling Nizamabad, Adilabad, and he was also ruling Maharashtra until Vidarbha and also Karnataka region, that is south of Karnataka. Why he did not he did not come to Maharathi dynasty was Simukha married the princess of Maharathi dynasty, and it is also known that the daughter-in-law of Simukha is also from the Maharathi dynasty. That's why people say that he couldn't have waged a war against Maharathi dynasty. But this was until Gautamiputra Shatakarni. So until Gautamiputra Shatakarni, they were ruling the entire Shatavahana kingdom with the capital Pratishtanpur. After that, Pulamavi came and then he was ruling with the capital name Dhanyakataka. Let's move forward. We have seen a lot of map structures here. Yes, here, like I said, until Gautamiputra Shatakarni, the capital was Pratishtanpur, which is in Maharashtra. Okay, and when Pulamavi came, he started ruling complete Andhra region, complete region with the capital Dhanyakataka. And how were the political and religious conditions of Telangana were? There were coins found called Gobhadra and Samagopa at Kotilingala near Karimnagar. Since we found the coins at Karimnagar, we can say that Shatavahanas had ruled Karimnagar, right? So that is a point here to understand. Talking about the political region. Political region, we have seen that Gobhadra and Samagopa are the ruling kings. So it is known, or it is to be said, that they are the feudatory kings of Shatavahanas. We can say that, right? And when you are talking about Gobhadra and Samagopa, the name you see, go is coming. Go means cow. And whenever we say go in the religious way, how it goes is Krishna. Krishna was a form of Vishnu. So that's why we can relate it saying that they followed Vaishnava faith. And also you see this next point, Krishna. Krishna was the second ruler of Shatavahanas. His name is Krishna. It also indicates that they followed or they were believers of Vishnu. And we can say that Shatavahanas era, they believed in Vaishnavism. They followed the faith of Vaishnavism. So what all did we discuss now? What was the territory of Shatavahanas? It was Telangana, Nizamabad and Medak districts. He did not come to the south of Telangana, that is our Mehboob-nagar, Nalgonda and Khammam, because those were under the Maharathis. And Maharathi's daughter was said to be the queen of Simukha. And the daughter-in-law was also known to be the princess of Maharathi dynasty. That's why they must have not waged a war, or they must have not come to south of Telangana. So at the top, what all did he conquer? Asmaka and Mulaka kingdoms also he conquered. Earlier, it was not like Maharashtra one state, Andhra Pradesh as state, Telangana as state, Karnataka as state. No. All this together was one part. All this was one part. Now eventually meaning in after 1950s, they decided that according to linguistics, they have to bifurcate the regions. Moving forward, yes. So when Gautamiputra Shatakarni, he was ruling the kingdom. At that time, Sada dynasty was ruling the Andhra and the Kalinga regions, along with Mahameghavahana. With Gautamiputra Shatakarni's entry, he outraged Sada dynasty. That means they have uprooted the dynasty. They conquered the east coast up to Pandya kingdom. During that time, Kharavela king was ruling the kingdom. He was one of the very courageous kings. So after they have defeated the Sada dynasty and the Mahameghavahana dynasty, complete Andhra, that is coastal Andhra, Rayalaseema and Telangana regions became a part of Shatavahana Empire. So with this, we have completed our history in Telangana between 6 to 4 BC. In the next video, we will be talking about Shatavahanas. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel to be updated. I will be posting the complete part of history of Telangana before Shatavahanas, Asian kingdoms in one video, so that you don't have to go anywhere and you can get the complete part in one single video. With this, I ended. Take care, happy learning, and next day we are starting with Shatavahanas.